Our opening contest here at Bellator 263.
Take a look, the records are very close as far as the amount of fights I had, 33 years of age to 32 years of age. Both of these men can fight. This should be a good way to start it off.
Here is the intergalactic voice of Bellator MMA, Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome as tonight Bellator MMA is back at the Forum in Inglewood, California for a night that kicks off now here at Bellator 263 with 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing the blue corner at 5'9", weighing in 134.7 pounds. His professional record, 11 wins, 2 losses by way of Waterford, Wisconsin. He fights out of Marietta, California. Introducing Jordan, I'm gonna Winski. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the red corner at 5'8", weighing in 135.8 pounds. As a professional, 13 victories, 7 defeats from County Wexford, Ireland, presenting Brian the Pikeman Moore. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge, Frank Trigg.
My former Pride Fighting Championships broadcast partner, now a veteran referee, Frank Trigg will oversee these two 135ers.
Ready? Ready? Fight!
The belt and round 1, Brian Moore in the red gloves. Jordan, I'm gonna Winski in the blue gloves.
Beautiful straight jab by Brian. Right there, Pikeman Moore. He has got heavy hands. Jordan needs to be very careful how many shots he takes.
Yeah, he told us that in his last fight he showed good composure, heart, and knockout power, and they get up close and personal in a hurry here. No feeling out process whatsoever. And you don't expect it from the bantamweights. They are as speedy and quick to get with it as any division, John.
And you also don't expect it from Brian Moore, who loves to stand on his feet and throw hands. Very unusual for him to come in. He didn't receive any damage, so it's not that he was hurt. He just decides he wants to get into a grappling exchange.
4 of his previous 7 wins by knockout or submission have come in the opening round. Meanwhile, Jordan Winski taking a 2-fight win streak into his Bellator MMA debut.
Brian doing a very good job with double underhooks. He's able to control the arms of Jordan Winski right now. He's got that body, as far as that body lock you're looking at, he has the ability to control Winski's body, bring him to the ground, keep him in the stand-up. He's in control of this fight right now against the cage.
Just over a minute gone in the first frame. Winski taking the fight on short notice, seizing the opportunity of a lifetime, and now trying to get this fight off the fence. Meanwhile, Moore tenaciously trying to search for a way to continue to administer punishment, attacking the inside of the right leg with those knee strikes.
Bring you guys up. And what they're looking for is they're looking for Brian Moore, the guy with the advantage, to actually sit and do something with that advantage. If they don't, the referee, that's when he'll come in and separate both fighters.
And Frank Trigg has warned them that he's going to do just that. Moore telling us this is the most prepared and confident he has ever been approaching a fight.
Work on a separation. Chase, finish the separation.
Nice job, Jordan.
A bit of a stalemate here against the fence, and referee Trigg agrees. And so does the crowd. An early crowd here at the LA Forum, and boy, it's always good to hear the soundtrack courtesy of the fans. And again, they are wearing masks, adhering to LA County COVID protocols as Winski comes forward with a 1-2 that missed just out of range, John.
Brian Moore talked about he has never been in better shape than he is for this fight. You can tell just by the way he's moving, the way he's looking to cut that angle off on Jordan Winski, and just the speed factor right now is working to his advantage.
Calf kick delivered by Winski, a naked calf kick, and there is John Kavanagh,
Go back down low.
the leader of SBG Ireland,
That's it.
the man instrumental in the meteoric rise of the biggest draw in MMA history, Conor McGregor, as this fight continues to percolate. Nice right hand over the top there, John, by Winski on the exit.
It was, but it was a beautiful right hand counter by Brian Moore just before. So both of them are landing. That right hand on both of them is finding its mark.
Moore switching stances.
That's the whole fight. Jab with
Orthodox trying to establish the jab. Back to the center of the cage where he gets momentarily buzzed by Jordan Winski.
Again with that right hand that you were talking about.
1 minute 20.
Hey, if he's representing Dan Henderson's Team Quest, he better have a version of the H-bomb. Oh. Moore just missing with that lead right uppercut from distance. Nice counter right hand by Moore.
Very nice counter right hand. And that lead right uppercut, that's when we talk about overextending.
Yes.
Catching yourself in a position. You go for something like that, there's nothing before it, so you can get caught. Nice left hook, right hand again. Sorry, by Winski.
Final minute of the opening round.
You can see by Moore's movement, that right hand, he felt it.
Good counter again by Moore with that short right hand. And man, terrific stuff to get this opening 5 minutes started, as we've seen a little bit of everything, including a stalemate. It may have been a slow start, but the action has definitely picked up. Under 30 seconds left in the opening round.
This has definitely been a battle of the right hands. Who's landed the harder right hands in this round?
Who's going to land the Nick Cave red right hand?
Brian Moore got a little bit of advantage in that round.
Bell and round 2. And great corner work by both camps. And there's a calf kick by Moore and the counter jab by Winski.
That lower calf kick that you just saw Brian Pikeman Moore land, that's the type of kick that will change the fight with only a couple of those landing. Winski's going to have to figure out a way to check that kick and not absorb any more of those.
Beautiful jab, right uppercut combination by Brian Moore, and then lands the calf kick inside.
Take a look at the movement of Winski already based on 2 calf kicks.
Oh, he's already stumbling and staggering and limping, John.
Exactly.
Desperately, but a wise move by Winski, going for the shot, but the sprawl by Moore. And Moore now in top position in half guard.
3 calf kicks more when it changed the complexion of the fight. You saw those land. Those changed everything that Jordan Winski was doing. That's why he shot for that takedown.
And that's why the calf kick has become the kick in MMA.
It is the tool that if you are good at it, you can change the fight quickly, just like you saw from Brian Moore. And this is when you look at this position right here. A lot of times in modern MMA, guys are using the fence to get back, but right now Winski doesn't want to get back to his feet. He doesn't want to absorb any more of those calf kicks. So Brian Moore being smart to use the actual fence to keep him in position so he can use ground and pound.
Winski controlling Moore's posture after tasting some of that long-range ground and pound. And it's more than doubling up Winski in terms of total strikes landed.
That's right. Get your guard back.
Moore using a good forearm across the face. A lot of pressure on that arm when it's going across Winski's face.
Trying to restrict his breathing.
Yes, in the half guard. This is a position very difficult to get out of against the cage because you want to move your hips out or you want to slide to get that leg inside to get your elevator. Not a lot of room for you.
We are coming up on the midway point of the round and the fight. Brian Moore grinding away on Jordan Winski. Momentarily back to a wide base, now back to the ground, working from the open now. closed, well, still open half guard of Winski, who is pinned up against the fence with nowhere to go, Joe.
Yeah, well, it's an open half guard based upon the positioning of Brian Moore. He's being very heavy on top as far as hip pressure. He's bringing his hips forward, and he's using his forearm to put a lot of pressure to keep Winski's head down against the cage.
Short forearm strikes, looking to slash away at the forehead with the elbow was Brian Moore. We have 2 minutes remaining in the second round, a round that's been controlled and dominated by Brian Moore.
Nice slashing elbow, left elbow by Brian Moore. Right now, he's feeling very comfortable in this fight. Notice his head position over the top of Winski. That gives him a lot of control.
That butterfly hooked there by Winski, who desperately just trying to create space, trying somehow to bring this fight back to its feet, but Brian Moore is doing a tremendous job of stymieing him, smothering him, and man, forcing him to expend a lot of energy as well.
There's a lot of energy going out by Winski based upon just carrying a lot of weight. All of those shots you're seeing, those short elbows, and the pressure of that forearm on him.
And those elbow strikes to the head of Winski by Moore, now posturing up.
You want to back away, he can't stand.
Yeah, you saw Winski was going for the underhook. He got the underhook, but he wasn't able to move more based upon Moore keeping his head up over the top of him against that cage. So he's going to have to figure out a different way. Right now, with that left arm, you see holding the head of Brian Moore. Jordan Winski is going nowhere.
Final 45 seconds of the second round. Right hands to the body by Moore. Winski trying to control the posture, and yet Moore still able to deliver short elbow strikes to the forehead. There's one to the ear. 30 seconds left in the round. Moore mauling Winski here in the second stanza.
Work that left elbow, Brian.
You just saw Winski putting his foot on the cage. He's allowed to put his foot on there. He's allowed to walk that cage. He just can't hold his position with his toes in the fence.
Winski is going to have to...
Ready?
Jordan Winski's really going to have to do something in this round.
Third and final round, both looking for their third consecutive victory, and Brian Moore again.
That calf kick has devastated Jordan Winski. He is now a one-legged fighter, basically.
And yet, again, Winski coming forward and delivering punches.
Well, he's game, but notice his stance right now. Look how square he is.
Very
which only
up.
opens him up to all of the attacks that Brian Moore has.
And there's a straight right hand down the pipe by Moore. And he is feeling confident, lead right hand.
You can tell that Jordan Winski is not confident in switching stance to a southpaw. He is not comfortable with that. That's why he's square right now. That is not a good place to be in a fight.
And Moore continues to tag. Winski, lead right uppercut, just grazing the chin. But you know, the third time could be the harm, John.
Oh, absolutely. Most of the time when you're watching Brian Moore, notice when he comes in, he's also circling to the right to stay away from the right hand of Winski. Smart movement.
And now he has gone southpaw and eats a bunch of punches for his effort.
Yeah, he is not comfortable in that stance. You can tell he's not comfortable because he can't be offensive.
Winski's foundation has been cracked by those cavalcade of calf kicks by Brian Moore. Winski still coming forward, but Moore just missing.
Yeah, and Moore did what we were talking about. Instead of moving to his right, he started moving to his left, right into the power of right hand of Jordan Winski.
Another inside calf kick by Moore, delivers the lead right hand, just measuring up Winski and tags him again with the right cross.
That was a beautiful right hand that landed flush.
Oh, three-punch combination lands upstairs for Moore.
And again, Moore, when he throws those combinations, he should be stepping off to his right.
Chop it, Brian, chop it. Nice check. Check it.
Winski trying to check those kicks before having his head caught back by that jab.
Follow it up, Jordan. Follow it up. That jab going. That's it. Too long. Stick to it, Brian. Just hold it up with that lead hand. Hold it up. Slide it. Get ready to slide
Mouse under the left eye of Brian Moore. Don't know if it was the result of a...
I'm sure that was a punch. It's just a scratch that ended up right on his cheekbone.
Oh, sticks the stiff jab again. Moore, and both of them miss with right hands.
There again, you saw Brian Moore coming off to his left. That puts him in a position for Winski to actually load up and land that right hand.
2 minutes left in this final round of what has been a compelling contest, contested at bantamweight. The Bellator MMA debut of Jordan Winski, who was definitely limping, definitely feeling the effects of this firestorm of kicks by Moore. And that right hand has been money all night.
Yeah, absolutely. Brian Moore's got a beautiful jab. When he sets down on it, he hits that jab and then follows it up with the right cross.
And Winski, partly because of his compromised lower limbs, he's standing right in front of Moore, not moving, no head movement, and he's right there for the targeted attack. 90 seconds remaining in this fight. Oh, nice right hand by Winski. That was moving backwards. Nice on the exit.
Again, Brian Moore attacks the leg. Jordan Winski did not take many more. You can see he's trying to keep the weight off of his leg. He can't control his balance point with that leg at this point. It's kind of dead on him.
And the collar tie delivered a knee strike, so remains active, but is being picked apart, being systematically dismantled by Brian Moore, who said he has never been more prepared and confident going into a fight, and it shows.
Beautiful counter, check left hook right there by Brian Moore. He's totally in control of this. He's totally in control because of the damage he's done to Jordan Winski in the fight.
30 seconds, 30 seconds.
Under 30 seconds remaining, John, and Winski trying desperately to find some way to launch a Hail Mary, but without that foundation, without the source of the power, John, it's not going to help him at all.
No, it's not. It really takes away from him. Right now, Winski is a one-handed fighter because that left leg, he's having a hard time other than the jab. He can't throw any power into his hook.
But yet, he's competing, desperately trying to just stay in the fight, show heart, show that maybe he deserves another crack at a Bellator MMA fight, but he was cracked all night long. Bellator bantamweight boss man, of course, Sergio Pettis, and these two bantamweights go the distance. Let's get the official decision now from Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go now to your three judges at cage side. Your first judge, Sal D'Amato, scores the fight 30-27, while judges Chris Crail and Jackie Dinkin both seed exactly the same, 30-26. I'll have it for the winner by unanimous decision, Brian the Pikeman Moore.
Brian Pikeman Moore put it on a courageous Jordan Winski, but it was Brian Moore who was, well, garnering the Winski tonight, and 3 consecutive wins. And all kidding aside, Brian Moore, who's been in there with the likes of A.J. McKee, who, of course, is going to be in our much anticipated main event.
Missy Bonnie Nori.